De Gea offered to clubs, Bayern legend to leave, Haaland's Manchester City audition, last night's footballing action, and a transfer roundup all coming up in the next few minutes. As I'm your host, Matt Froelich, you are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. So first up, and David De Gea has apparently been offered to quite a few clubs around Europe as it looks as though his stint at Manchester United is coming to an end. This isn't the first time that there's been talks about the Spaniard leaving a club, but in recent weeks it looks as though Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has made his decision about the future of the number 1 jersey at Old Trafford, and it belongs to Dean Henderson. He's played the last 7 games in a row and has done pretty well at that. The young English shot stopper is not only looking to consolidate his position as number 1 at Manchester United, but in England as well, and it looks as though David De Gea is the one who is going to fall short. As for which clubs are going to sign him, it's going to be rather difficult because he is on an astronomical wage. I didn't even know this actually until I did a bit of research. £375,000 per week. I'm pretty sure he's the highest paid player in the Premier League. That's insane. 375k a week. I don't know who's paying that. This literally narrows his choices down to PSG, I think. That's about it, really. There's loads of other clubs that would definitely want him, and apparently Manchester United are willing to accept less than 50 million for him. But even if any club scrapes together that sort of money, there's no way they're going to pay his wage. So he's pretty much going to have to accept that he's going to have to take some sort of pay cut if he's to move on and get back to playing football. This, of course, is what he wants to do because he wants to get back into the Spain squad as the number 1 as well, amid some strong competition too. Moving on, though, to another club legend who is leaving in the summer, and that is Jerome Boateng at Bayern Munich. Over the course of the season, there's been rumours coming from the club, coming from Hansi Flick, coming from the player that he's staying or going. The contract extension's on the table. It's not on the table. It's been signed. It hasn't been signed. And finally, it looks like the decision has been made and he will no longer be a Bayern Munich player next season. Think about all that he's done whilst at the club. I mean, 2 trebles, an insane amount of trophies. He's even part of the German World Cup squad that won the World Cup in 2014. Surely he's going to go down with legendary status, even though the last 2 seasons haven't exactly been his best. This season, he's been quite a mainstay in the first team for Hansi Flick with over 30 appearances, and he's actually done quite well. It's just that moving forward, Bayern Munich are definitely going to have other options, none less than Dayot Upamecano, who has agreed to join the club in the summer. So with him, there's Nicolas Zula, there's also Pavard who can play centre-back, Hernandez as well, Tanguy Nianzou is coming through also. There are options for Bayern Munich, and apparently they're looking at even more centre-backs in the future as well, and there just isn't a place for Boateng. This, in my opinion, puts him right up there with Sergio Ramos in the best free transfers this summer, and in fact Boateng's a few years younger than Ramos. Maybe if he leaves Real Madrid, they could be looking at Boateng, maybe not. There's going to be a few other teams that definitely think that either of those centre-backs are going to be worth a punt. Purely because even though they're going to have huge wage demands, they're going to be on a free transfer, and that is absolutely massive. Moving on though, and talking about tonight's Champions League football, where Erling Haaland has a bit of an audition when it comes to Manchester City, as Dortmund head to the Etihad for their first leg of the quarter-final round in the Champions League. We all saw the video of Haaland stepping out onto the pitch for training yesterday, and he looked rather at home. Despite this though, Pep Guardiola has been saying in the media that Manchester City are not spending 100 million or over 100 million on a striker. That's the amount that Dortmund want. Apparently they want 150 million. But Guardiola realises that the financial situation of many clubs in the world, including Manchester City, mean that they're not going to spend that money. And on top of that, they've never spent that money before. A lot has been made of the amount that Manchester City have spent, certainly under Pep Guardiola, and even before him as well. But they've never spent like ridiculous amounts of money, like mind-blowing money. In fact, I think, I may be corrected, I think their record signing is Aymeric Laporte at around 63 million euros. Obviously ridiculous amounts of money, but given the fact that some players go for 70, 80, 90, 100, 63 million isn't actually that ridiculous. So maybe Manchester City aren't that kind of side to spend over 100 million. Of course, they are losing Sergio Aguero, they will need to replace him. And in all honesty, Pep's playing it pretty cool, but if Haaland becomes available and Manchester City find the money, there's no way they won't go and sign him. Anyway, ahead of the game tonight, Jadon Sancho will be out against his former side, and I think Manchester City have a pretty good chance of going through, but do not rule Dortmund out, especially with Haaland in the side. Elsewhere, and of course, there's also Real Madrid against Liverpool. Sergio Ramos is missing for Real Madrid. Mohamed Salah will be able to exact his revenge, although Jurgen Klopp thinks that that's not really what they're going for tonight. It's a completely different game. as opposed to the Champions League final a few years ago when Ramos did injure Salah and Real Madrid won 3-1. It's a different game, there are different teams since then, and Nacho, the centre-back at Real Madrid, who's in some fine form, agrees with this as well. He thinks that Liverpool are a different team to the one they faced in the Champions League final, and he's also, talking of Sergio Ramos earlier, thinks that Ramos should definitely be staying at Real Madrid as well. You guys, let me know your predictions in the comment section down below for tonight's Champions League matches, but next up, and a bit of action from last night where Barcelona edge ever closer to league leaders Atletico Madrid. Ousmane Dembele was their hero. He was their saviour in the 89th minute with a goal that saw them win 1-0 against Real Valladolid and move to within 1 point of Luis Suarez and co. Obviously, it was a big night for Lionel Messi as well, becoming the highest appearance maker in Barcelona history, overtaking Xavi, and there was a bit of an award ceremony before for that, but it was Ousmane Dembele on the night who got the winner and the 3 points, and like I mentioned before in a video a few weeks ago, I think Barcelona are just going to creep up the table, continuously go about a good bit of form. It's now 6 La Liga wins in a row, and they're going to do it, but of course this weekend is a monster match between them and Real Madrid, the contenders or the pretenders. We will see what happens in the Clásico this weekend and see who really is going to earn the right to chase down Atletico Madrid. On top of this, and in the Premier League, West Ham keep on going. David Moyes' side are well and comfortably in the race, not the title race, the race of Champions League football as they sit in 4th position after a 3-2 victory over Wolves. They went 3-0 up, let in 2 goals, things got a bit nervy towards the end, but they just about managed to hold on to the 3 points and are looking in fantastic form, and so is Jesse Lingard. The England international is back into the team, back in fine form for West Ham, and last night got a brilliant goal and an assist, and yeah, it's just a stunning bit of form from him all round. So good, in fact, that maybe Manchester United are going to want him back next season. Lastly then, we come to a quick round-up of the rest of the day's transfer news, where Zlatan Ibrahimovic is close to signing a new 1-year deal at AC Milan that will take him into his 40s. Unbelievable stuff. Alongside this though, they have been unable, AC Milan, to agree a new deal with Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and apparently that has attracted interest from Juventus. Elsewhere in Villarreal are hoping to agree a deal to sign Juan Foyth permanently from Tottenham for less than the €30 million option that was in his loan contract. And lastly but not least, Antonio Rudiger was sent home from training by Thomas Tuchel after a bust-up with Kepa. After getting back into the team under the new manager, that's not exactly the kind of thing that you want to see, but it's understandable after such a poor performance at the weekend. So there you have it then, that's all from me for today. Check out everything else we've got going on, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.